when in her moment before death, she asked me to remember her. My heart suddenly opened. I mean, literally, and out came the part of me that believed in humanity, and I could learn to love the world around me only by learning to love myself. And at that moment, um, I came to terms with a lot, and I, I sort of set myself free. If I was to tell you that every day since, I've been nothing but a happy, wonderful, pain-free um, Jewish boy named Howie, well, that would be a big fat fib. I I have many moments. The other night, I was washing up for bed, and I suddenly got angry at all those people who I was with whom I was angry way back at Shiva, and I could feel viscerally feel the anger begin to harden my heart, and I said, "Stop, stop." I actually, I had no place to live from the time I was, I guess, 17 till many years later. My brother came over on my 70th birthday, which was a couple of years ago, and he asked me where I lived all those years, and I didn't know, and I really didn't. I had no idea, and so there were times when that pain and the anger, I mean, the angry side of me protected me for many, many years. And without the anger and the cynicism, I probably would have been crushed, at least emotionally. And looking into that girl's eyes, I recognized that I did not need to carry the anger with me. I needed to remember those who've passed before me. And my inability to do that was hurting me, but hurting the world around me, hurting the spirit of the people on this planet. And that's, I don't know how else to say it, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I have to say, Howie, it was really wonderful to watch you share in such a deep way your truth. All we really have is ourself, okay? And you came to an understanding of yourself and shared that understanding in a very honest way with us today. And for me, that's what stories can do. They can be very poignant, they can pierce us. And because the human condition, I mean, we all get angry, we all are happy, we're all sad, we all have, and then there's parts of us that are broken. And what you showed us is that no matter how much life can break you, there is the opportunity that life also provides you to step into transforming yourself. See, that's the gift of life. Nobody said life was supposed to be perfect. Nobody, I mean, we are all sold the bill of goods, it fits in here and all these cubes and squares. And I personally am a mixed piece of a puzzle, okay? Probably in the wrong puzzle. But, that's the difference that you gave me when I listened to you today was I have been over there because I traveled and I went there to Auschwitz. And I was really shocked that, because I had remembered in high school, they showed me pictures of hundreds of bodies that were dead and skeletons and that they were burying, bulldozering in. They took the humanity away. And what was so touching for me was you took that place that is so inhumane and found your humanity there. Like that's wondrous. So I thank you for that.
My wife is on here somewhere, and I walked to her room, and we talked about it a little bit. And it's a piece I've worked on over the years, and I've told in different ways. And for me, I need to know. I always ask people, "What's your story about?" And for me, I realized the story was about finding Howie, and I had lost him. I can't tell you how far gone he was. And as I looked in that girl's eyes, she looked into my heart and my soul. And I realized if you forget those who come before you, you don't only harm yourself, you harm the world around you. And to have so much death this past year has also enabled me to understand that if I don't forget those people, they don't, they're not gone. They're gone from this mortal plane. And I'm a devout agnostic like Eric to this day. Although less agnostic than I once was. There's actually a mezuzah on the door to my office now, which would never have been there. And it's a religious symbol. And I want the stories that I tell that are personal narrative stories not to just be a lark and like ho ho ho. I'm telling a funny story. I've told some fairly, let's just say, sexy stories with my friend Lauren Nemi, as a matter of fact. But everything I tell has to deal with the human, for me, has to deal with the human condition. And if it's not, to me, it seems like just, for me personally, a vain waste of my time. I need to touch humanity. And that's, I just have to always find where that piece is. And this, I found it. And I only found it a couple of days ago, quite frankly. I have been fighting with this piece for a long time.
Okay, well, we're honored that you gave it here, and I hope it I hope it develops further.